Hi, you guys. It is Thursday afternoon, June the 11th, 2015. My name is Doris, and this is the Knit and Purl Podcast, episode 55. The title is going to be, What is Next? If you are new to this podcast, thank you so much for stopping by and spending some time with us. And if you are a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming again. If you guys find anything of entertainment or inspiration, I hope that you will give a star rating if you are using on iTunes, or if you are on your YouTube watching this, if you haven't, subscribe over here, hit that button, and go over here and hit those thumbs up buttons and give me thumbs up. Thank you so much last week for the thumbs up. It was wonderful and it made my day, so let's keep it up. You can find the show notes for this podcast on knitandpurl.net. In social media, I am One Fine Cow on Ravelry and Twitter. I am One Fine Design, the number one, on Facebook and Etsy. And I am Doris M. Smith, all smooshed together on Instagram. This podcast has a Ravelry group, which is the Knit and Purl Podcast group, and there is a link in the show notes. You can click on that and go over there, join the group, join all the fun. It's wonderful. Excuse me. I'm craving coffee today, so I don't know why. Maybe because I'm sleepy. We also have Ravelry group birthday shout outs, and this week we have 2 birthdays. The first one is Lisa 911, who is Lisa, and her birthday is today. Happy birthday, Lisa. I hope you had a wonderful, or still continuing to have a wonderful day. And the second one is Well Woman, who is Isabel. Her birthday is on June 16th, next Tuesday, I think, or Wednesday. Darn it. I'm not going to be happy until I know. I was right, next Tuesday. So happy birthday, ladies. I hope you have wonderful birthdays, that you get to do things that you want to do for your birthday, and that you just enjoy the day. And if you eat cake, I hope you have a big old piece of cake. Have one for me. Happy birthday, Lisa and Isabel. YouTube, as of last night, we have 274 subscribers. That's wonderful. It's up from last week, and almost done with this administration. We have our Ravelry group. The Ravelry group has a June, July, and August knit along or crochet along. And it is a blanket along. You can either do squares, different squares, or which would be beneficial for the summertime, so you don't have a big, huge blanket on your lap. But if you're like me and you're cold in the air conditioning, it would be okay then. Anyway, piecing or whatever you choose to do, a blanket. We'll have monthly price threads. So the June thread is a show us what you're doing. Show us what you're planning on doing, including the yarn, the pattern, and please chatter and encourage each other. The June thread prize will be a $6 or less giftable pattern from Ravelry. So let's get going. We're almost halfway through the month and we've got 1 project listed, but that's okay. We'll just have fun and, whatever. Anyway, it's okay. Take your time. The story of the week this week is Friday, Ted and I went to the David Cook concert at the Old Rock House in St. Louis. We had a wonderful time. It was very enjoyable. Yeah, it was good. It was good. It was inside. We didn't have to worry about the rain, and we got to stay nice and comfortable. Saturday, I did a little stash shopping. I went out with the purpose of picking up another skein of the Patton's Croix Fern Rose colorway because you'll see in the whips, I started a sock. I was going to use those scraps, and I ran out pretty fast on the first sock. So anyway, we'll discuss that in the works in progress. But I went out with the purpose of buying that, but didn't. Anyway, I bought other things, which you'll see in the stash enhancement. Oh, the rest of the week is just like work, busy. I got my hair done on Tuesday. Very happy with it. It's got some highlights in it. I'll try to show you without showing my horrible scalp. Very happy with it. The girl did a very nice job. She came to the house and she did mine and Melissa's hair. It was like from 7 until almost midnight. It was worth it though. It was wonderful. And I'm preparing for our first camping trip this weekend, and we are going camping this weekend. So getting everything packed up and make sure we have everything we need. So that's what's happening this week. No major shenanigans or anything, just normal, but seems like extra busy. I don't know. It's just one of those weeks. So let's move along to the yarny stuff and go to the stash. So I went to Michael's first. Yeah. Hoping to pick up some Patton's Croix, but they didn't have it. So instead, I got a big ball of yarn. I love it. I love the colors. My plan, and this is just acrylic, 100% acrylic, and it's kind of I don't know if you would call it, because I think it's a baby yarn. It's called Snuggly Wuggly Big, and it calls for 4mm needles. So I think it's either maybe a sport weight. I don't know. So I got this because after I finished the Gray Monster, I want to make the same pattern for me, but actually probably not make it as long, or the simple raglan cardigan. So I'm pretty sure that this is enough. If not, we'll just do what we need to do. I want to make me a little cardi. So, and this is upside down. Isn't that nice of me? Yeah, it's just loops and threads, Snuggly Wuggly, and the colorway is Doodle Dots. Let me get it up here a little closer so you can see. It's got purples, and it's light pink base with a little bit of purpley and a little bit of dark pinks. I thought it was pretty, and I thought I would really like that in a little cardi to wear, like take with me to when we go out to restaurants and stuff and it's kind of cold in there. That's a plan. So I also got some jump rings for some more stitch markers. And sorry, I'm losing my raspberry cordial. Sorry. Okay, I'm a little chilly, and it's so hard to dress in this computer screen. But anyway, so I also went to Joanns hoping to find Patton's Croix. Didn't find Patton's Croix. Was cruising around the yarn, and I think it was Funko Boy from Smells Good. I don't know. He has a podcast. And he was doing some knitted hand towels. So I want to make some hand towels and some more washcloths. So I got some Barnett Handicrafters cotton. This is a little bit better quality than the sugar and cream, but it's cotton. But I really want to try making some hand towels. So I got a big skein. Let me see if there's a colorway on this one. Let me look at my show notes. I didn't write a colorway. But anyway, this is 12 ounces, 340 grams, 608 yards. And the colorway is Potpourri Ombre. Potpourri Ombre. So it's like got beige and then it's got a potpourri of colors. I thought it was pretty and I thought it would make nice hand towels. And so if this goes well and I like knitting them, this is some Christmas gift ideas. So that is my stash enhancement for the week. So Health Pearl this week is, and day by day, my, some days I do very well, some days I don't do very well, and most days I haven't done any exercise, but excuses. I walk a whole lot in my job, but I know I need to exercise. We're not even going to discuss it. So I'm not exercising right now, but anyway, here are some health tips. My Health Pearl tips for the week is 15 ways to cut 200 calories a day or more. You know, we all want to try to be healthier and do better and eat better. And these are just some simple ways to kind of cut calories from our diet. So, without further ado, and here we are. And the links are in the show notes, so you can look at it and read it a little bit more. But 15 ways to cut 200 calories a day or more with these diet-friendly food swaps. So it's food swaps. And it's from New Orleans. The person, it was in the Times from Greater New Orleans. So you'll understand why I said that in a minute. So, I mean, there's a paragraph of things, but I'm just going to jump right into it. So for breakfast or snacks, the article suggests using, bagel thins instead of a bagel to cut around 240 calories. They say the deli style bagels or whole grain variety can top 350 calories. If you use a bagel thin, which is 110, you cut 240 calories. So you can substitute raisins or craisins for grapes. The dried fruits have like 240 calories for a half a cup and 50 grams of sugar, whereas a handful of grapes, a half a cup of grapes is 31 calories and only 15 grams of sugar. Swap trail mix for popcorn, the air popped corn, or like the kind of popcorn that you can buy. What is it? Skinny popcorn. It's really good. There's only 35 calories per cup. So, whereas the trail mix can go up to 700 calories. Another idea is to switch granola to Akashi Go Lean Cinnamon Crunch, the cereal. Because granola can have up to 500 calories per cup, whereas the cereal has only 240 calories, and it'll help fill you up, and it gives you 15 grams of protein and 12 grams of fiber. So that's the switch, and it tastes pretty good. Switch fruit juice to a calorie-free alternative. Fresh squeezed juice clocks in at more than 200 calories and 45 grams of sugar. If you would get a 0 calorie alternative such as vitamin water zero or Sobe 0 calorie life water, you'll still get the vitamin C but less calories. And as I said, New Orleans, shrink the king cake slices. Go with smaller slices of king cake. So eat regular ice cream. If you're going to eat ice cream, eat the regular instead of the premium ice cream, because the premium ice cream is ultra rich and it is crammed with 600 calories per cup, thanks to the cream, sugar, eggs, yolks, in comparison to 320 calories a cup of the regular ice cream. They give Kemp's and Bluebell ice cream have less calories. So for lunches and dinners, we have take the skin off fried chicken. A single fried chicken breast can be 500 to 600 calories. By simply removing the skin, brings the calories down to about 200 calories. There you go. Eat a sandwich instead of a wrap, because the wraps can easily top 700 calories thanks to the carb-heavy 300-calorie tortilla often used as a wrap. So switch out the wrap with the thin sliced breads, like Pepperidge Farm's thin slice, 100% whole wheat, has just 45 calories per slice. And if you're going to have fries, get a small fry instead of a large one. Don't supersize it. Change your sausage to chicken sausage and save the calories and the saturated fats. Switch out a leaner ground beef, like use 95/5 instead of 80/20 on your ground beef. This one says dip instead of chip. Make your own okay. Not doing well. I'm trying to hurry because got a lot to do. But anyway, they recommend just making your own lighter version of like ranch or French or spinach dip with plain Greek yogurt and serve with vegetables to take the place of chips. Use light vinaigrette instead of regular vinaigrette. And lastly, pile on veggies in place of sweet potatoes, brown rice, whole grain pasta, or quinoa. So that's all of that. But before I end, I have my own opinion about this piling on the veggies. When I was first, really focusing on dieting and not adding any carbs during the day, it caused me to be so hungry that I would go to the grocery store and get a really bad snack. So my opinion is sometimes you need the carbs to kind of help you be full. For me, if I pile on, I couldn't eat enough vegetables to be not hungry in a couple hours. So I do use the quinoa and the whole grain, which are okay. They're good for you. And sweet potatoes are really good for you. So that's my one disagreement with the article. So anyway, now let's get into the yarny goodness. And I have no foes this week. I haven't finished anything, but I do have whips, and I have a little extra. Same as last week on the whips, except I added a whip. Let me have a drink of coffee. So we'll start with what's already out. And that is the simple raglan cardigan. And I have made a little progress. This is where I was last week on the first sleeve, and I finished. I didn't have that much to finish, but I finished. I got that done. And I started the second sleeve, so there you go. This is the second sleeve. And I guess my gauge changed a little bit. It looks kind of funky there. Anyway, there we go. One step closer. I got the second sleeve on. And so now let me just tell you about this pattern and this cardie. This is the pattern that I modified. It's a simple raglan cardigan. It is a free pattern on Lion Brand. And they use cotton. I use acrylic. So I plan on making myself one about this size, but a little bit longer sleeves. So I modified this one by increasing the length. I went to 14 inches total, including the ribbing, and I'm making 3/4 inch sleeves instead of the short sleeves. So there we go. I'm knitting it on US, it calls for US 6, which is a 4mm, and a US 7, which is a 4.5mm. I'm using 40-inch circulars, my Addy Turbos. The yarn is Caron Simply Soft. The color is Gray Heather. It's going to be done. And it was laying on my couch, on my desk here, but it is actually in my Joanns Springs Knit Spin Farm bag, and you can find the links to her Etsy store in the show notes. Now, laying it on top. And this is the end of the second ball. I will have leftovers. And the scrappy blanket did not get a lot of love, but it got a little bit. So, it's not very much. Here's where I was last week. It was just beginning. Hair. I was just beginning the purple, and I just did probably 6 more rounds or rows of the purple. Knitting it on just some cheap Walmart needles. They are, I think it's a 10.5. I'm using all acrylic leftover yarns, and I'm using the Grandma's, I'm going to try not to lose any stitches, Grandma's favorite dishcloth recipe. I am starting here with 4 stitches and doing, no, that's not right. Wrong side. Here, you cast on 4, then you do knit 2, yarn over, knit to the end. You do that to your desired length, and I did to 200, and then you start decreasing, and the decreases are, and it's a free pattern, I'm not giving anything away. Knit 1, knit you together, yarn over, knit you together until you have 4 stitches. So this is just my scrappy blanket. It's all worsted weight scraps throughout that I've had building up throughout the years. And I'm on the decreased side, so I've still got quite a ways to go, but it's getting better. I just need to have time to work on it. And finally, I started in my, okay, I might have to take this off and be cold. Joann Springs Knit Spin Farm sock bag. Yes, indeed. If you follow me on Instagram, you already saw these. I decided to use the scraps of the sock I just knit because I love the color. And I thought I could get a lot more from this. This is the second one. I am knitting the Rose City Roller sock. So, like I said, the color ended sooner than I anticipated, and I thought, well, I'm just gonna go and get more of this and just knit. None of my scrap sock yarn would not be obnoxious, but I couldn't find it. I couldn't find any more of this. So I went to my stash and I had this yarn and I had some like blue-green yarn, sock yarn, solid color. And I was a little worried about this yarn because it is a little bit lighter weight, but I thought it looks really cute. And it's my sock, so I'm going to use it. And looky here. What do we have? I'm knitting it on double point needles and I'm not hating it. I actually pulled out my Clover 2.75 US 2 double points that I knit my other 2 socks. My first pair of socks, couple pairs of socks I knit on double points, and then I learned a magic loop, and then I'm having a hard time using. But I pulled out the ones that I was used to, and it's working. So let me tell you about this sock. I love this pattern. This would be a perfect pattern for someone just that's never knitted a sock before. The pattern is a free pattern on Ravelry, and it is so easy. I haven't done a heel flap in a really long time, and I started this Thursday night, I believe. The pattern is so easy to follow. If you've never knit socks before and you have an aspiration, it's wonderful. And I have to say it right now. Anyway, I love, but I'm stopping because I just got a notice from a lady who is Karen's mother. They're so sweet. I'm sorry, I just have to say it. Karen, you are so welcome. You won the yarn fair and square, and I sent it to you. I'm so happy that you got it already. You're welcome. I just got a message on my iPad from the mother saying, thank you for sending my daughter the beautiful yarn. That's so sweet. You're welcome. You won it. Sorry, guys. So, Rose City Rollers. It is a free pattern on Ravelry using my 2.75 US 2 double point needles. So this is the Fern Rose Patons Croix, and this yarn I bought from Daisy Knits. It was a grab bag special discounted yarn because the dye wasn't perfect. So I got it at a cheap price. The name is Songbird. It is a dewy sock, and it is 75/25 of superwash merino, nylon, and stellina. It is so beautiful and so lovely. It's so soft and nice. Let me get a closer look. But you can tell it's not perfect, and the stellina is kind of dark, but it's gorgeous. And I think that these are going to be a very pretty pair of socks. I love them. Like I said, the pattern is awesome. So here it is in the cake. Melissa and I had a cake party. Was it Sunday morning? Because that's when I had to do something about the yarn. And Ted's like, huh, what did you do? And I said, oh, Melissa and I had a cake party. And he was like, I think he was thinking, you had cake? Where's my cake? And I said, yarn. We balled up yarn. We had a cake party. So Melissa helped me do the cake. So that's that. I recommend the pattern. It is awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Go get it. You'll love it. And if you've not knit socks before and you aspire to knit socks, go get it. It's awesome. I recommend Daisy's yarn. Even the one that I got, which was a special. The yarn is beautiful. It's awesome. So I only got one sock going. I'm just doing one at a time this time. And hopefully we'll not get second sock syndrome. And so anyway, I'm so happy to be, and like I said, I'm not hating using the double point needles this time. So no, not hating it. Okay, so this is for the second sock. Spinning is the same as last week. And Pinterest. I have 2 Pinterest finds this week. Sorry. Sidetracked. Pinterest. I have 2 this week. The first one is a summer snack that is not high in calories, and it looks delicious to me. It is, and links in the show notes. 5-minute watermelon strawberry sorbet. It has 75 calories per cup, I think. Serving size is a cup, and it's only 72 calories. And it might help your ice cream. Yummy, yummy. That looks so yummy. Watermelon strawberry sorbet. You use half cup of cold water, seedless watermelon cut into cubes and frozen, fresh strawberries, a sweetener that measures like sugar, and lemon juice to taste. It says 2 tablespoons or according to taste. So you put it in a blender. Place ingredients in a blender or food processor and blend until smooth. This may take a few times of scraping down the sides of the blender and possibly a few extra tablespoons of water. You can enjoy it immediately or place in a Tupperware container and freeze until you're ready to use. Remove from freezer and let soften for 5 minutes and enjoy. There you go. And it's not high in calories, and it's something we can enjoy this summer. And the second one I want to share with you because I purchased, someone sent me this pen, and You're killing me, Tim. I went to the website and ordered the I ordered the soles so I can make me a pair. And if it turns out good, I will they will be maybe some Christmas gifts. It is from Joe's Toes Slippers and Kits. They sell them. I just bought, it's like how to make a crossover knitted slipper. This, I know you've seen it probably, but they're so cute. So I went on Joe's Toes and ordered some soles that I was hoping would get here today but didn't. So yeah, links in the show notes to these so you can take a look at them. And hopefully, you know, when it comes, I'll be making it. So that's all of Pinterest. So the Stumble has a little story. I have been, and that's kind of what the title of this, okay, I'm done fighting with this. The title of the show, What's Next, could mean what's next in knitting, but I've been having a little burnout in work and struggling with what to do next. So I came across this TED Talk. I did watch it last night, and there are a few that, one of them is a foreign language with subtitles that I couldn't watch, but they were very good, very inspirational, very links in the show notes. TED Talks to watch when you don't know what to do with your life. So I just, you know, wanted to share that with you because I'm probably not the only one having burnout and wanting to do something different as far as work. So some of the titles are Why You Will Fail to Have a Great Career. The second one is, made me cry. Before I Die, I Want to. Embrace the near wins. Be an artist right now, and that was the one that is in foreign language with subtitles for us English people. The other one is kind of funny. Are You Human? It's kind of funny. The Psychology of the Future Self. Don't regret regrets. How to Make Hard Choices, and The Power of Time Off. So I recommend, if you're interested, to go over, and it's good. I don't know if anyone's ever like came across the TED Talks, but they're really good. And like I said, you can try it out by going over to the show notes, clicking on the link and looking at them if you're interested. So we are at the end, and I'm longer than I expected, but we'll make it work. I hope you have a wonderful weekend and your week. And like I said before, if you found anything of entertainment and enjoyment, please subscribe on YouTube, subscribe on iTunes, and please leave a star rating in iTunes, and I would appreciate it so much. Subscribe over here on YouTube, thumbs up over here, and I would thank you so much. Have a wonderful weekend and week ahead. Bye, you guys.